Hey everybody, this is Sheriff Tim Carter, the Shenandoah County Sheriff, and today with me I have some really special guests. We haven't done this in a while, and got some student spotlights here. Got some people here with us here at the Shenandoah County Sheriff's Office, and we're going to talk a little bit about leadership and about them personally. So I was telling them, I said, I don't think we've done one of these for almost 2 years now because of COVID, but I think we're kind of getting all past that, it seems like to me. But anyway, I'll go ahead and let them introduce themselves. So we'll go ahead and start with you, Garrett.
Alrighty. I'm Garrett Custer from Mount Jackson.
All right.
I'm Alexis Thompson.
That's all right. Go ahead, Alexis.
I'm Alexis Thompson from Strasburg High School.
Okay.
I'm Madison Tusing from Quicksburg.
All right, Madison. Let's see. Now, I'm going to go through here real quick because, see, I read up on you guys, okay? And, I got to tell you, the first thing I noticed when I looked at Garrett's bio, if you will, he's a FFA president, I think, right?
Yeah.
This year?
Yes.
And, there's a lot of stuff you're involved in, but the one thing that was really hit me was the Feeding America. Is that the name of it?
Food for America.
Food for America, yeah. See, I'm in Rotary. I don't know if any of you guys know what Rotary is, or Interact maybe. I think one of you guys, Madison, you're in Interact, right?
Yeah.
Right. And I was in a position, about 3 years ago, right prior to the COVID thing. And one of the district projects that I had was, we call it the District Hunger Initiative. And our Rotary District runs from Winchester, Virginia to Johnson City, Tennessee. And what we were doing was we were basically collecting money and food and there's like 3 different food banks between here and Johnson City. And we were donating food and to clubs and projects and what have you, but also to those different food banks. Hunger's a big deal for me. I just think that it's one of those things out there that I don't see how people can go hungry, man, but they go hungry. And I really appreciate you being involved in that. Let's see. So, Alexis, one of the things I noticed about your bio is you use the term ownership.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I mean, people have to own stuff if they care about stuff. You know what I'm saying? And we try to teach our younger staff here and younger supervisors that, it's not going to get done. Stuff's not going to get done. You can't motivate people unless you actually own it. And I know it's easier said than done. But there's a lot of truth to that, and that's one of the things I picked up on your bio when I was reading up on you a little bit.
Thank you.
Sure. And Madison, helping others by setting example. Isn't that what leadership is, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. If you're going to lead, you got to go out there and you got to do the thing and let everybody see you doing what you expect of them.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, guys, we're going to go ahead and go down a few questions for you. And again, if you want to, that was a pretty brief introduction. Do you want to tell us a little bit about some stuff that you're involved in your school, Garrett? You want to do that before we go forward?
Yeah. So at Mountain View, I'm pretty involved in FFA.
Right.
Outside of that, I volunteer at Mount Jackson Rescue and Fire, and I'm currently in a firefighting class with the county.
Right.
Future plan, I'd love to be a firefighter, but as far as in school, ag is a great thing. I really enjoy doing that.
Mm-hmm. And one of the things you say, getting high school students pointed in the right direction on a project is one of the difficult things you have to get going in your position.
Yeah. The FFA chapter, it's only 4 of us that are seniors, and we don't even have any juniors, so pretty much it's sophomore and freshmen, and seems, the younger they are, the less attention span they have, so it creates a challenge of keeping everybody's attention drawn to you, when you're trying to instruct or,
Right.
whatever, doing activities, anything like that.
Right. I've read metaphors about, you try to find the right seat on the bus for everybody, or, you're trying to get the ship pointed in the right direction and everybody doing their thing on the ship, getting us moving and headed in the right direction. But you're right, that's always a challenge for leadership when you have an organization of any type, is getting the ownership and the buy-in from people to move in the direction that you're trying to head the organization in. Yeah, I'm with you. So Alexis, let's see.
sir.
Let's talk about some of the things you've done here. I know you want to attend college. Tell me a little bit more about you.
I just try to focus on school and get good grades.
Okay.
But if I am asked to volunteer somewhere, I will.
Okay. Are you volunteering around in the community or what have you, or just at school?
Just at school.
Okay. Well, there's a lot of stuff to get engaged in at school. Okay. I think a lot of things that we don't hear about or get engaged with, but students do, and I do appreciate that. I appreciate you doing that. Okay. Now, Madison, I think cheer was something that I noticed in your bio. Do you want to talk a little bit about your bio, a little bit more detail?
Yes, so I have been on the varsity cheer team for Stonewall Jackson for all 4 years of high school. And I also do all-star cheerleading, which my gym is located in Maryland. So I do drive there to practice.
Now, what is the Ride with Pride therapeutic riding?
Yes, so Ride with Pride, this was pre-COVID. So I would go there and I would volunteer, which the therapeutic riding is either people with mental or physical disabilities, and they're using horseback riding as a form of therapy. And so I would go there and I would assist them and help teach them how to ride horses.
So let's talk a little bit about some things that we want to tell them about your leadership. Give me an example, Garrett, of when you had to lead an event or a sports program, or how did you prepare to do that? Like so you're the president of the FFA. How did you prepare for that?
Well, so we hold chapter meetings and officer meetings and things. We do some. We just did a teacher luncheon for FFA week a couple weeks ago, and it has a lot to do with just being able to stand in front of people and speak loudly, and the most important thing is just keeping attention, because people like to stray off or fiddle with their phones, whatever, talk to each other. So you just need to make sure that you're speaking up loudly and making sure that they're aware that you're present, and that they should be focused on what you're doing.
Okay. How about you, Alexis? Anything you want to talk about, an event or anything you were involved in, how you prepared for that?
Something you should do is really get everything together and then go from there.
Yeah, I just gave a presentation to my board of supervisors, and I took several meetings before I even was able to stand up and talk to them. I could have stood up and talked to them, but if I wanted to be prepared, I had to put the time in for preparation.
Yes, sir.
I'm with you. How about you, Madison?
I would say having to help the cheer team as captain, whether it was helping the underclassmen before their first Friday Night Lights or their cheer competition. Really, you have to keep yourself calm, or at least tell yourself you're calm, whether you're not or you are, so that way that they can feed off of your energy and they'll be more calm if you're calm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I find that with my own staff. If I'm calm and okay and I can talk through problems and things like that in front of my own staff, I can see that they're the same. They kind of model that. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm with you. Now, Garrett, if you could have given yourself advice 5 years ago.
I guess first thing that comes to your mind is a lot of things.
Yeah.
One thing would be, I feel like a lot of teens, they go through a period of, self-doubt and things like that. So it's all about waking up every day and, kind of having the thought process that you can do it, that you can get up every day and stay motivated and keep doing what you're doing to the best of your ability. And, people say stuff all the time, some good, some bad, but you got to stay in your own head and a positive attitude and just keep pushing through. And I think it all pays off eventually. So
yeah. Now, I tell you, I've got a 15-year-old, by the way. And to be honest with you guys, she doesn't listen to Dad. I don't know if that's where you guys are at, but she'll listen to her peers, though. Yeah. So I think you're right about that. Alexis, if you had to talk to yourself 5 years ago, any advice you'd give yourself?
I definitely agree with Garrett that people like to say a lot of things,
Yeah.
and you just kind of gotta take it with a grain of salt and keep going.
Yeah.
So you just gotta give yourself self-confidence.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see that with younger people. They need that self-confidence. Yeah, that's a big deal. And people are at different levels of that.
People like to bring you down.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm there with you. Madison, anything would you tell yourself 5 years ago?
I would tell myself 5 years ago that just stay true to yourself instead of trying to like fit into what others want you to fit into.
Mm-hmm.
Just be who you are instead of trying to fit into different friend groups or what people want you to be.
Just be you, man. Do you, right?
Yeah, just stop trying to fit into the stereotypes.
Yeah. What's something that you've done that you think has made you the person that you are today? I think that's kind of the same question to some degree.
Yeah, I would say listening to people as far as, people like my dad or just other people that I've talked to out in the world. They give you advice, they tell you things, and you always get that thing over and over again where it's someone that they tell you, you won't understand this, but, and then they'll tell you what it is, and you got to kind of listen, to what they're saying, and you sit back and you think about it, and you got to listen to what everybody has to tell you and make it into a learning experience.
I got a friend of mine, he's got a saying. He said, I can explain it to you, but I can't understand it for you.
Yeah.
Man, there's a lot of truth to that.
Yeah, there is.
How about you, Alexis? I mean, I know, school is where you're preparing yourself. Anything else that you can think of?
Just learning from your mistakes and other people's mistakes and where not to go and where to follow.
Right. Anything, Madison?
I agree with Garrett about like taking in what people say and the advice, and I also feel like learning who to take that advice from and who not to, like whose opinions really matter and whose opinions are the best for you.
Okay, I got to ask a question here, okay? So this is kind of personal, man. I'm going to be a little selfish here, okay? Do you listen to your parents, Garrett?
I would like to think so, yes.
Come on, man. You got to throw me a bone here. I mean, I hope she's listening to me when I talk to her, but maybe not.
Yeah, well, I know my dad is kind of, I know he knows what he's talking about,
Right.
and he tells me that all the time. He's like, you're going to think I don't know what I'm talking about or whatever, and then
I know where your dad's coming from.
Oh, yeah, and then you go and you don't listen to him, and then you realize, well, he was right, you know? So after that happens a couple of times, you kind of start to tune in a little bit more, and you're like, he's right. I just don't realize it. So
Okay, go dad.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah.
How about you, Alexis? Do you listen to your parents, or what do you
I
think?
try to sometimes, but
Yeah.
sometimes you just gotta go your own way.
Okay.
Learn for yourself.
I agree with that. Yeah. Make your own path. Yep. Madison, parents, do you listen to them?
If they're listening to this, then yeah. But I would say yes and no. Like, you always try to listen to what your parents say, but like Alexis said, like, you won't be who you are unless you like go off on your own at some point and like learn for yourself the rights and the wrongs. You can take their advice, but it won't really matter until you experience it yourself. It won't feel like the real thing.
Okay. All right. Well, you're still all giving me hope, though. You know that, don't you? I really appreciate that. It helps me out, lifting me up some here. So let's talk about some goals here, short-term and long-term goals. I know you said about firefighter, Garrett.
Yeah. So short term, my goal would be just to get through this class and do whatever I can to be recognized,
Right.
Because you want to stand out a little bit and that sort of thing in a good way, obviously. And I just want to do everything I can to get through this class with the best of my ability.
Okay. And, I got to tell you, I was thinking about something you said. Oh, the decisions, let me tell you something from an emergency responder point of view. those decisions that you're making, well, quite frankly, anything that you guys are doing, if you want to know where I'm coming from, those decisions you're making now are going to be with you 25 years from now. You don't see it, but I guarantee they'll be there. So just wanted to throw that at you, not to stress you out or anything, but okay. I mean, when you're talking about, the acceptance and that kind of thing, that made me think. Yeah, and especially in law enforcement and in fire rescue, those decisions you're making now build that career for you later on. And quite frankly, I think it does it in whatever profession you go in, really. And I'm sitting here thinking about it. How about you, Alexis? I know college is on the horizon for you.
Yes, sir. Just trying to get through school and finish with good grades, and then hopefully go to school in the fall.
Okay. Any particular area you want to go into at this point?
I'm still indecisive at the moment.
Okay. You know what? I didn't decide either until like the end of college.
It's a big commitment to figure out what you want to do for the rest of your life.
The reality, my bachelor's was in economics, and I got a master's of counseling psychology. I'm not doing either one of them, okay? So you do what your interest is. You'll get better grades if you're interested in the coursework. Take it from a guy that wasn't the best studier and he didn't have the best habits, okay? But if you're interested in it, you'll pay more attention, and I think you'll have better grades, me personally. Yeah. How about you, Madison? Short-term and long-term goals?
Well, after I graduate, I plan to attend community college first, so the goal there would just really be getting myself established with that and doing well there, and then hopefully transferring into a 4-year, and then even longer, I'd like to attend medical school.
Wow. Okay. So, guys, those are really the questions that I have. Okay, guys. Well, listen. Thanks so much for coming down and doing this with us. I really appreciate this. I just want to make sure that you guys know you're always welcome here at the Shenandoah County Sheriff's Office. If there's anything that our office can do to help you guys, let us know. Okay. And I think I'm preaching to the choir, but I know that your parents, people that you surround yourself in school, your teachers and advisors and friends and whatnot, they really appreciate all the things that you guys have done in your careers, and I wish you the best. And I know the Shenandoah County is proud of you, and I'm proud of you, and I just wish you all the best in your careers and your academic careers as well. Okay? So, again, thanks for coming. With me today, I had Garrett, Alexis, and Madison. All right, everybody. Again, this is Shenandoah County Sheriff Tim Carter. Thank you for joining me today on The Source. You can find this and our other podcast on my YouTube channel. That's at Timothy C. Carter. While you're there, make sure you click on the subscribe button for new show updates and notifications for new shows. And please smash that like button. Again, this is Sheriff Tim Carter. Have a great day.